The year is 1966. Deep inside the dense jungles of Vietnam, the United States military built one of its most heavily fortified bases, Cu Chi Base Camp. Watchtowers stood tall, searchlights swept across the jungle. Tanks, artillery, helicopters, and thousands of soldiers guarded the area day and night. It looked impossible to penetrate. Yet every single night, something terrifying happened. Suddenly, explosions would erupt from inside the perimeter. Gunfire echoed through the darkness, and by morning, American soldiers were found dead. The strangest part? The attackers vanished without a trace. No footprints, no visible bunkers, no escape routes. It was as if the enemy was rising from the earth itself and disappearing back into it. What American forces eventually discovered beneath their feet would become one of the most shocking military secrets in history, a 250-kilometer underground city built beneath the battlefield. This is the unbelievable story of the Cu Chi tunnels.
The roots of the war. To understand this story, we need to go back in time. Vietnam was once a French colony for nearly 100 years. Its people worked the land, but the colonial government controlled everything. During World War II, Japan occupied Vietnam. After the war ended, independence movements grew stronger. Under the leadership of Ho Chi Minh, Vietnamese forces fought against France and defeated them in the Battle of Dien Bien Phu in 1954. But peace did not come. Instead, Vietnam became one of the main battlegrounds of the Cold War. The country was temporarily divided into two parts. North Vietnam, led by communists South Vietnam, backed by the United States America, feared that if Vietnam became fully communist, nearby countries would follow. This fear was known as the domino theory, and that fear pulled the United States into war. The war America never expected. America entered Vietnam with overwhelming confidence. It had advanced weapons, helicopters, bombers, tanks, and superior technology. The expectation was simple: win quickly. But the Vietnamese fighters, known as the Viet Cong, knew they could never defeat America in open battlefield combat. So they chose a different strategy: guerrilla warfare. And their greatest weapon was hidden underground. The underground city. The Cu Chi tunnels were far more than hiding holes. They stretched for nearly 250 kilometers, forming a massive underground network. Inside this underground city were living quarters, kitchens, hospitals, weapons storage rooms, command centers, meeting halls, food supplies. People lived entire lives underground. Children were born there. Families survived there. Wounded soldiers were treated there. From above, the jungle looked completely normal. But beneath the soil was a secret city built for war. The tunnel entrances were extremely small, often hidden beneath leaves, grass, and wooden covers. American soldiers could stand directly above an entrance and never realize an enemy fighter was right below them. The smokeless kitchens. One of the most brilliant parts of the tunnel system was the kitchen design. Normally, cooking smoke rises straight upward, revealing a hidden position. So, the Vietnamese created the Hoang Cam smokeless stove. Instead of releasing smoke directly above the kitchen, the smoke traveled through long underground pipes and exited far away in another part of the jungle. This made it nearly impossible to detect where the cooking was happening. It was simple, clever, and devastatingly effective. America's failed attempts. The US military tried everything to destroy the tunnel network. 1. Massive bombing. Thousands of tons of bombs were dropped over Cu Chi. The jungle shook. Trees burned. Entire areas were turned into wasteland. But deep underground, the Viet Cong simply moved to lower tunnel levels and waited. 2. Agent Orange. The US sprayed huge amounts of Agent Orange, a powerful chemical defoliant. Forests died, leaves fell, crops were destroyed, but the tunnel system remained largely unaffected. 3. Flooding the tunnels. American engineers pumped huge volumes of water into the tunnels, but the Vietnamese had already prepared for this. They built waterproof trapdoors and isolated tunnel sections, allowing them to block flooded areas and keep the rest of the network operational. 4. Poison gas. Toxic gas was pumped underground, yet the complex tunnel structure weakened the gas before it could spread fully. Ventilation shafts also allowed many fighters to survive. Every method kept failing. The psychological war. The tunnel system was more than a military structure. It was a psychological weapon. American soldiers never knew where the enemy was. By day, the jungle felt silent. By night, sudden attacks came from nowhere. This constant fear slowly broke morale. The invisible enemy beneath their feet became one of the most terrifying parts of the war. The turning point. In 1968, everything changed. The Viet Cong and North Vietnamese forces launched the Tet Offensive, attacking over 100 cities and military targets across South Vietnam. Militarily, the Viet Cong suffered heavy losses, but psychologically, it was a massive blow to the United States. The American public realized this war was far from over. Television screens showed destruction, casualties, and returning coffins. Anti-war protests spread across the United States. Public support began collapsing. The end of the war. After years of brutal conflict, America slowly began withdrawing troops. In 1973, the Paris Peace Accords were signed. By 1975, Saigon fell. North and South Vietnam were reunified under communist rule. The war was over. But the Cu Chi tunnels remained, a silent witness to one of the most extraordinary examples of strategy, survival, and resistance in military history. The Cu Chi tunnels prove one unforgettable truth. Wars are not won by weapons alone. Sometimes strategy, endurance, and the will to survive can defeat even the most powerful military force on Earth. And beneath the jungles of Vietnam, that truth was carved into history, one tunnel at a time.